Good evening everybody and welcome to South Yorkshire Ghost Hunters, tonight on location at the Old Nick Theatre over in Gainsborough. So we come down here to do a paranormal investigation with the team tonight, so hopefully we're going to catch some activity here. Now, I've been here before in the past. It's about my 4th or 5th time that I've been here. So, but I've not been here for it must be about 4 years since I last came here. So things have slightly changed with regards to building this this dining room area. Wasn't here. This was like just a large room last time I was here with chairs, and they've done a wonderful job here. Absolutely beautiful with what they've done. So hopefully we're going to get some activity tonight, and we'll hopefully catch it on film. Anyway, I've got a few things down. We've got a flash ball down there, and also flash ball in the corridor, and a REM pod here on the ground, and also a K2 meter that I've got here in my hand. So I'm going to ask if we have any spirits here from the police station, would you like to come and communicate with me? I've got myself and Diane here, and we would like to make contact with anybody that worked here in the police station.
I've just got a little bit of stuff here, Martin, for you.
Oh yeah.
It says obviously the Old Nick Theatre was a police station and courts.
Yeah.
For well over 100 years, and it says there's more than 20 documented deaths within the cells.
Yeah.
Don't know if you knew that.
No, I didn't know how many people had died here, but there was quite a lot of people that's supposed to come from here to Lincoln Prison, and also hung as well.
In the exercise yard as well, it says it's a truly harrowing place, and people have vowed to never come back again.
Yeah.
There's doors slamming, things like that in the judge and court area.
Yep.
And obviously it's been an old town hall, police station, magistrate court. It's a grade 2 listed building. And obviously we've got all different rooms, coffees, bars and everything in here. So it's a lovely place, but over 20 recorded documented deaths.
Yep.
That's interesting.
I can't remember when it closed. It was the late 1970s, wasn't it?
1979.
1979.
Yeah, converted into a basic theatre.
Yeah.
So that's interesting stuff. Just a little bit of something there for you.
Yeah. So hopefully we might catch something.
Yeah.
So if there's anybody here that would like to communicate with me and Diane, we're here to prove your existence, that life goes on after death. Could you show us a sign that you're here? Could you come and touch probably some of our equipment? What I'm going to do with that, actually, I'm going to put it on this table.
Are we allowed to sit anywhere?
I don't think we're allowed to go in there, Diane.
I just wonder if you're allowed on that side.
I don't know, because there's this here, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, and it's been moved.
It's probably I'd sit there, but not at the table. We don't want to destroy any of the
no. And this would be, what room is this?
This is I think this is where the inspector, well, when I, what I call it, being here before, I thought it was just part of a...
Okay, so many Victorians' meals were served at home as a family middle and upper class breakfast. Was porridge, eggs, fish, bacon, bread. Obviously eaten as with the family all round. Lunches were meats, potatoes, vegetable and gravy, vegetables, fruits. Drink beverages were beer, tea, water and wine. Visitors were treated to gin, brandy, port and wine and whiskey.
Oh, without the prisoners?
No, but visitors.
if it were the prisoners, no wonder people coming here.
Now the food for the prisoners were prepared in the superintendent's kitchen. That's 1951.
Yeah.
And then it was moved out. Prepared by a lady across the street. And then from the pub, the Horse and Grooms.
In Spring Gardens.
On one occasion, a pork chop meal was brought in. Ooh, the prisoner ate it all, the meat off the bone, and then tried to stab the police officer with the bare bone.
Blinking hellfire.
Oh,
You got a good meal and then tried stabbing the police
somebody,
officer.
Yeah, tried to stab him with the bone.
Blinking hellfire.
Wow.
So, come on please. Is this a true story? Did one of the police officers got stabbed by one of the bones from the pork chop? Could you come and touch that device that's on the table and let us know? That would be really good. Or maybe you could touch that K2 meter that's on the table. Maybe you should put a flash of ball on there as well. Could have put it on the plate. So I'm not sure if batteries are going in that one.
Yeah, possibly.
Let me get that one because I think this one's a lot more better. These balls are alright, but they don't last too long, do they?
No, they don't.
So let me put that on that plate.
So,
There's a flashy ball going. Hopefully we can get it to go off. So do you see that flashy ball that I put on the table as well? You can touch that ball and you can communicate with us using that ball. You could touch it, it will flash. We can ask you yes and no questions and you could try and communicate back with us. Is there a possibility that you could do that? I've just let you know I've got a camera in my hand, so I will be taking pictures as well. So please don't be afraid of the camera. It's probably different to how you saw cameras back in your day. Was you a prisoner here as well? Did you come down here? Was you led into the police station through this way? Go up the corridor?
now that says on the door, this was a CID office. What else does it say?
Oh yeah, it said. So,
Oh, but it was the dining room though.
was it?
Yeah, there was no fireplace in this room as it was heated from the next small room, originally the kitchen which housed a large cooking range, and on the right a sink, and under the window. Superintendent's wife had to cook meals for the prisoners. When the superintendent moved house,
Somebody's phone's on.
meals.
That radio's gone flat already.
So, which is it? That room that would have been?
That battery's running out down.
Is it?
That's rubbish. I've turned my phone off.
So where's this kitchen then?
This would have been the kitchen then.
It says this is a CID room, but it was the
Okay,
dining
can't
room as
remember
well.
it.
So it doubles as a CID dining room.
Right.
So would that be? Is that the kitchen?
This it could have been. There's a brick wall on there, and oh, okay. This is under the This is under the stairs, which leads you to the what I call it, where I said where they kept all the costumes. Is if you can still get up there. So.
There's a door there, sort of.
Come on, please. If you can hear our voice, can you come and speak to us? Can you come and show us a sign that you're here? We would respectfully like to speak to you.
Like that. Was that just the door?
I don't know if it was that. Did you hear it?
Yeah, but just the door.
I think it was the door. Let me just do that again. Yeah, it's the door. It's those bars. Can you come and speak to us, please? Like I said, we're here as friends. We're here to communicate. We're here to prove your existence. Can you touch those items that I just put on the table? Can you see the table at all? We're here to prove that life goes on after death. Was you a police officer? Did you work for the CID? Is that what, was that your job here? Working for CID? Or maybe you might have been working for CID? Or maybe you might have been working for CID? Or maybe you might have been working for CID? Or maybe you might have been officer in uniform. Take another picture here. Come on, please, come forward. Show me a sign that you're here and you would like to communicate. Like I said, I'm here as a friend. I'm here to prove that life goes on after death. I'm a paranormal investigator. So my job is like a police officer's job. My job is to prove that there's life after death. You investigate criminals. I investigate that there is life after death, and there's nothing to fear. And we all go to a good place, hopefully. Can you tell me, do you still reside here at the police station? Did you like it that much that you still reside here? Can you hear somebody talking? It's a few of our other members that are here. They're I think in the theatre above us, which used to be the courthouse. Did many people go from here to Lincoln Jail, and some people was probably hung or hanged? Not getting much from here, Diane. It's very quiet. But, I like this dining room. It's very posh, isn't it?
It's a bit like my nan used to have her dining room, sort of like this. You'd have your table and
Mine's
chairs.
similar sort, but we don't. We used to have a table like that, we had a red one, red covered seats. But we've got a smaller one now. Do you know what? I feel like buying another table like that. I want to look posh again. So is the cook here, the lady that used to cook the meals? Are you still here? Did you have to cook the meals for the police officers and maybe the magistrates and also the prisoners as well? Oh no, a lady across the road.
Superintendent's wife.
Oh, was it
superintendent? Meals, and then the lady across the road did it, and then it went to the pub.
Oh, okay.
So that's interesting.
So is the superintendent's wife here? Did you do the cooking? Was you a very good cook? You would have thought, but back in them days, they would have got the prisoners would have got bread and water or something like that, wouldn't you?
Apparently pork chops. Pork
chops. It makes you want to go to police cells for night. Did you have a lot of prisoners to look after over time?
Is there anybody here with us tonight that was witness to this incident where this prisoner enjoyed his food, he had a pork chop, and then he used the bone to try and hurt someone? Is there anybody here that witnessed that? Were you around that at that time?
They're very noisy, aren't they, above us?
They're not, everyone's downstairs. There's some in...
Wait downstairs.
There's some other rooms that way.
Shut this door a little bit so it drowns out. They're above us. Come on, please, come and touch. Can you come and touch that device? On the those devices on the table. They won't hurt you, I promise you. We're not here to harm anybody. We're here to prove that life goes on after death. We want to communicate with you. We want to prove you're here. Gosh, my lenses. Can you just hold me that down a sec while I'm here?
Yeah.
I'm cleaning my lens on the camera. It's filthy. That's it.
Okay.
Well, the meals can't have been that good if the superintendent's wife can't flash that ball. Did you also have things like pie, meat potato pie and other stuff like that? Oh, it wasn't on the street that she lived on. She lived on Cross Street, and then moved. Oh, initially prepared by a lady in Cross Street, and then from the pub, the Horse and Groom in Spring Gardens. On one occasion.
Did that not say across the street then?
No.
My eyesight.
Prepared by a lady in Cross Street, so there must be a street here in Gainsborough called Cross Street.
I read it as across the street.
Yeah.
My eyesight's terrible.
Yeah, mate, same.
I can't see.
Oh, I can see some glasses over there. They look like port. Did the super...
The guests got port and gin.
Did they?
Yeah, the guests, when they had guests.
Flipping hell.
They would have port and gin and brandy.
Yeah, well, we're coming for a day, weren't it?
Yeah.
Well, a few days. So did you enjoy port? I love a tipple of port now and then, especially in the winter time. It warms you up.
Yeah. I mean, would it have been a judge or something that perhaps
Yeah, probably
came to visit and had some port and all the goodies?
I bet the superintendent and the magistrate would sit together and probably sit here, and they would have a nice. Would sit together and probably sit here, and they would have a nice. Would sit together and probably sit here, and they would have a nice. Would sit together and probably sit here. And they would have a nice lunch together and drinking port, maybe having cheese and crackers as well.
And it says it was CID room as well. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that what happened? The magistrate and the chief inspector, superintendent would sit here. And they would have a lavish dinner, maybe something like what's on the table, like that piece of fish. It's not a real fish, everybody. Or maybe chicken that is on here. and it looks like some kind of pie, and maybe some Bakewell tarts or jam tarts, and maybe this could have been some kind of maybe a meat potato pie or a meat pie, something like that. It's got some weight to it. I think it's real, Diane.
What?
The pie.
Is it?
Yeah, I think
It might be made out of, you know that dough that you make with
and maybe
flour, salt and oil?
yeah, it feels real.
Might be made out of that.
And some nuts here is probably cheese and crackers, and maybe you would have a glass of port with your dinner, and then afterwards
Cigars.
you would have maybe tea afterwards, and cream cakes. I bet you loved it. I wonder if this Sheffield cutlery. I wonder if it is Sheffield. It looks Sheffield.
It's got white bone on bottom.
Yeah.
Possible then.
I can't see because my lights.
What's that white bone on bottom?
Yeah, I wonder if. Let's have a look. Let me tip my light over here and look. See where it says it was made. Let's. I can't see. Stainless. What's it said there? I can't see. I ain't got my glasses. Can you see? Is it Sheffield?
I need a light.
Oh, sorry. Small, isn't it?
Stainless chrome plate on nickel silver. I can't see what that says. Made something.
Made in China.
Made
What you want?
in England.
Oh, that says Sheffield then.
Made in England.
So it doesn't say that it's Sheffield from Sheffield Knives. Oh, that's Sheffield. I thought that was Sheffield because I said Sheffield.
Yeah.
It says Pearson and Co. Pearson's and Co. Sheffield.
Yeah.
So that's where that is from, everybody. That's Sheffield. Sheffield was very famous for making cutlery and also crystal as well. A lot of people don't you won't think that. It's because you think that Sheffield is just famous for steel, but they actually are very famous for, you know, making crystals, like vases and glass things like that. Yeah, and they're still going as well, but they're doing to order. Come on, please. Can you? Oh, there's a picture there. An old picture with the 8 brown hair. Stephen Foster.
Stephen Foster.
Yeah, it's not Stephen Foster. It's a woman in the picture. Now, I'm not sure if it's got anything to do with this.
I'll just jot it name down. Just see
Yeah.
something that pops out.
Oh, look at that blackberry, blackberry cake there. Well, we're not getting much here, Diane. I think we probably should move on to. Yeah. Well, we're not getting much here, Diane. I think we probably should move on to. Yeah. Well, we're not getting much here, Diane. I think we probably should move on to. Yeah. Well, we're not getting much here, Diane. I think we probably should move on to. Yeah. Well, my camera's not run out yet. So we're going to move to a different location because we're not getting. Not a thing here. So. That's it. I can't remember how you get up those stairs now, Diane. So everybody, we've moved now next door. We've come to what's like one of the office. Which office was this called, Diane? Does it have a name? Oh yeah, it does. Superintendent's office. So this is where the oh, is it gone off?
Yeah.
Okay,
In
so
that chair.
this is like probably a lounge room where the superintendent and maybe the magistrate used to come and sit. Does it give like... See, this has all changed from when I was last here. Oh, it was superintendent's sitting room, 1860 to 1951. Admin office from 1952 to 1974. So this is where the superintendent used to, this was his room.
Is somebody sitting in that chair? The ball went off, but the K2 didn't. Well, I didn't see it go off. I just noticed the ball. Could you touch the ball again, please, for us? If there is someone there that did touch that ball, won't hurt you. It just flashes. The other thing at the side of that is called a K2 meter. That won't make any noise, that just goes lights.
Maybe is it because I might be close?
What?
Well, they might not come because I was stood too close to the...
Well, I was just sat here and I just put my thing, just doing a bit of writing, and you just noticed it went off. I only just managed to see it because I wasn't actually looking.
Could... Let me shut these doors because I can hear somebody, nobody, they're not really talking.
Yeah.
They're shouting.
Lovely high ceilings, look. How high ceilings are.
Yeah. I wonder why the hooks are up there.
They'll have meant to have some lighting up there.
Yeah, looks like it. Ah, yeah, probably.
It said on the plaque outside that there was some stairs. I'm not sure whereabouts, but there was some stairs to go up to 3 bedrooms.
Yeah. So probably the superintendent lived here.
Yeah, in one of these rooms. I'm not sure which one it said.
So that's where I was trying to find, because there's an upstairs where the changing room, where they used to keep their costumes, and there was a couple of rooms up there. So they do look like old bedrooms. So that's probably where the superintendent may have slept, and his wife, and maybe they had children as well. Is that true?
Would you like to come and sit with us? Come and sit in these lovely chairs.
Let me grab this chair here.
The red chair, what we've got in there is called a REM pod. That does make a little bit of noise. And you'll get some lights that flash, but it is a bit of a noise. The brown chair, there's no noises there, just lights. It won't hurt you. There's nothing there to hurt you. Would you like to come and sit with us? I mean, if this is your house, we're sitting with you, really.
Yeah, we're guests in your house.
We've come to see you.
Do you want us to be here? Maybe you want us to get out of the room. Could you touch one of those devices to let us know to get out? Is there noise in that corner then, or is it?
There's the upstairs, people upstairs.
Sounding like scratching noise.
Upstairs where we are now, is that where the theatre is?
Yeah. It's like they're having what do they call it upstairs?
Okay.
Ballroom dancing.
Yeah. Would you like to come and sit with us and talk
Noisy.
to us? That device that Martin's got in his hand is a camera, which you'll be aware of cameras. Just an up-to-date one. If you speak to us, we might be able to hear your voice on it.
Somebody just said hello in the corridor.
Yeah, that sounds like Karen. That sounds like Karen. That's Karen in here.
Come on, you need to prove to us that life goes on. Shh.
Would you like to come and sit in your chairs? Or maybe maybe this isn't your furniture. Maybe it's just replica. Would you like to come and sit down anyway and sit and talk to us? Would you like to speak? Tell us what your name is. My name's Diane. There's Martin over there. Did you enjoy working here and living here? Was it scary to live here with with people down in these cells and things? Were you worried for your children's safety? In case they got out? Do we know how long they would have held people here?
I don't know. Probably
Is it same as Police and Fire Museum, which was 72 hours?
something like that. Probably just a couple of days, maybe up to 3 days. I think, I'm not sure what the law was back then, but I think you can be held for up to 3 days, and then either they have to charge you or let you go. I don't know what it was like back then. I don't know what the time period was, but I think now, is it 48 hours, 72 hours, something like that, that they can hold you.
I think it's something like 48 hours, and then you have to have a reason, and then you can hold people for up to 72, and then you have to charge or release, I think.
Yeah, something like that anyway. I don't know what it was like back then, how long they could hold you for. Probably might have been the same time, yeah, I mean.
So how many prisoners would have had in each cell?
Hey?
Does there need information of how many people in each cell? Because they've got 2 ladies and two male and 2 female.
I don't know how many they put in one cell. They probably may have put 2 in the cell or something like that, in each cell.
See if we can find that out. See if we can find that information out. I'm just interested, that's all. In how many people they actually had, particularly with there being 20 recorded deaths.
It was I'm going to call it for over 100 years. So.
Yeah. So that's interesting, just to know what they did.
Was you from Gainsborough? The superintendent and his wife and the police officers here, was you all from Gainsborough area? Oh look, old pipes. Some snuff there. I quite like snuff.
Yeah.
I've had 1 or 2 tins of that over the years. It's not good though, because all you've up your nose was all brown and
Sneezy.
it's what they call it. Especially when you got those bogies coming out there and then they're all brown and hairs out coming out your nose and they're all brown.
Martin, always has to be dirty.
Yeah.
Typical boy.
Typical man.
Yeah.
So, did you have any, see there's an old picture here of Gainsborough when it was a fishing port. Did you have to arrest a lot of sailors? Maybe sailors came into port here at Gainsborough and you had to arrest them. Maybe they got drunk. Maybe they was doing a bit of piracy, fetching stuff in that they shouldn't bring in and stuff. Is that what happened? You're not being very communicative with us. You're not sworn to secrecy no more. Maybe when I don't know what else to ask him, Diane. We're losing what do you call it? Come on, I've had activity here when I've been here before. I've been here about 4 years ago when I last came here. It was quite active. It seems to be very quiet. Maybe the superintendent isn't here. Maybe he didn't want to come back to this this location when he passed away. It's a lovely room.
It's lovely. Lovely ceilings, look. Big book of Middlecraft. I've got a few back books. Let's have a look. The War of the Worlds by G.H. Wells.
Oh yeah.
The Model Botanic Guide to Health.
Ah.
The
So
Lost World. Oh wow.
there's some pictures here, Diane. I wonder if this could have been the.
Checkers Train. Oh, wow.
Let's get
History of Tom Jones.
History of Tom Jones. That would have been no good in them days.
Tale of Two Cities.
There's old pictures here.
Yeah, I'm looking at them
I
now.
wonder if this could be the superintendent that may have worked here in the past, or maybe not. Are these your pictures that are on the side here? Is this you? Maybe this is the superintendent's wife. Is this right? Dan, did you sit on that hat? Oh no, you can't sit on that hat. Oh, let me try this hat on. Let me see what they call it. Old police officer's hat. If you want to hold that.
Martin's going to be a policeman.
Yeah, I could see myself walking down the street as a police officer. Hello, hello, hello.
What's all this then?
What's going off here then? That's a bit of a Lincolnshire accent, wasn't it? Sway me truncheon. What about my truncheon then? Your little wooden truncheon. So I could be swaying that, walking down the street, and I could be saying, hello, 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 what's going off here then? And then you could touch one of the flashy balls or the REM pod to answer me back. No. Do you think I look at Bobby Dazzler wearing this hat? Really, I think I look like a twat. There you go. That's
The Great Soprendo.
Yeah, the Great Soprendo.
Yeah. Not more like a magician.
Yeah, let me, what do you call it? Unless you want to film for a bit. I can take a couple of pictures of in here, so we can share them. I'm not going to use flash because there's enough lighting in here.
Yeah.
I bet you used to sit in front of the fire at night time, and I bet it was roaring hot in here with a coal fire. Maybe you sat in here with your wife and your children, and
games as well.
you would play games, parlour games.
We used to actually. When we were kids, we used to play dominoes, we used to play that, we've got drafts over here. We used to have all board games.
And then when radio came out, if you was alive during that time, when radio, but you would listen to the radio and listen to the radio shows what would come on the radio. A lot of children would listen to the radio. A lot of children would listen to the radio. a lot of children would listen to the radio. A lot of children would listen to the radio. Did you smoke? Did you smoke cigars? Well, we're not getting much going off down here, Diane, are we?
Not yet. It might warm up later.
Hey, do you want to speak? Diane's dropped her phone. Don't you want to speak to us? Let us know that you don't want to speak to us. You see a bell in here earlier. Maybe we could ring it.
It weren't actually bells in the other bell there.
Where?
There.
Let me see if this will ring. It's not very loud, is it? Come on. Wakey, wakey.
That's outside, that noise.
It sounds like a push bike. Brakes from a push bike.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I love this room.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It's very, what do you call it? It's,
Lovely room.
yeah, the problem is, it didn't have television in them days. It would have been very, well, people would have read. Shh!
Some of our members are a little bit giddy.
Yeah,
First
they're
time to meet,
excited.
they're excited. Yeah, I mean, when I was younger, we didn't always have telly on.
Yeah.
Put radio on, put music on, and get games and stuff. We had an open fire when I was a kid.
Yeah.
We used to play games and all sorts, sat in front of the
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah. We used to have a
Snakes and ladders.
we used to have a gas fired living room and a coal fired kitchen.
Yeah.
And we used to have a big tin bath, and we used to get bathed every week, twice a week in tin bath.
We had a bath, we weren't that bad.
We didn't.
We had a
Our first house, what my mum got, didn't have a bath. It was tin bath. And you know the kitchen sink was one of those pot sinks, square big pot sink with one tap, cold tap. And so you got, if you wanted to do pots out, you had to boil the water up. Is that right? And then they fitted a gas geyser in a few years after that. And then we had gas run through the geyser, hot water running through the geyser. Is that how you lived?
It's amazing how it changed from a few years, because you're not that much older than me.
No, that's how our house was. My grandma and granddads were like that as well. They had gas geyser.
Oh, my nan and grandad's were right modern. My nan used to have every modern appliance going. She first one on the street to have a telephone. And everybody on the street used to come to use it. Knock on door, can I use your telephone, please? My nan used to like gadgets and gizmos.
She was like me then.
She used to love
Let's
that.
turn light up a minute.
Yeah?
See if we can. Oh, I was going to sit on that blooming that then. If you sit over there in that corner, and I sit here, we turn his lights off, and let's us go. Is anybody here? Come and speak to us now. We turned all the lights off. We haven't got no lighting on, only on my camera here, so we can just barely see anything. I've got laser grid.
That REM pod REM pod light's fairly bright.
I've got laser grid here. Can you laser grid here? Can you laser grid here? Can you laser grid here? Can you come and show us a sign that you're here? Do you want us to turn this laser grid off? Maybe you could touch one of these devices on the chairs to let us know that you want us to turn them off. Did they worry you? Did they scare you? They make pretty lights. Did we have this? If the superintendent had children, do you like these lights? Are these lights look fun?
Is the person with the still that set the flashing ball going? Did that make you jump? Did it scare you? It won't hurt you. It's nothing to it at all. It's just lights that flash. That's all they do. Won't hurt you at all. Could you flash the ball again? I didn't notice whether the K2 meter was going off or anything because I weren't actually looking. I just caught the ball that had caught in the eye.
Yeah.
So I was writing something down.
Could that have been though because we put it down? Could that?
Well, I put them both down and walked over and sat down. Then I started writing something, so
Okay.
it wasn't going off. And then as I'm writing, and you were over here somewhere. Oh, I'm not sure where you were. You weren't near. You were. Somewhere.
I was in the other room.
Well, yeah, you were, weren't you? So I don't know what set that ball off. It's not gone off since, but I just didn't notice when the K2 were going off. Right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's anybody that's done that or just a fluke. If it was somebody that set that ball off, could you do it again for me? Because I don't know whether that is somebody here or just because it went off. I don't know why. If you could do that now for us on sort of command, you could kind of prove then that there was someone with us.
Maybe we may get more activity in the police cells.
Yeah.
And the what do they call it?
And the yard as well, apparently that's pretty good. If it's not raining.
Well, we're going to leave here in a moment. Can you flash the balls to say goodbye to us?
I'll just sit in the chair. Sit in that chair and set that REM pod off that I was explaining what it was to you. A little bit of noise with that.
It must be boring for them, Diane.
Yeah.
Shall we move on then?
Yeah.
Nothing here. Thank you for listening to us anyway. Even though you didn't speak back to us, but thank you. I'm going to say it's going off now. It's you.
It's me.
So we're going to say goodbye, and if you do go around the police station, come and say hello to us. But yeah, there you go. Also got to remember, there could be people from the theatre that worked here.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, it might not be just. Oops, sorry, Diane. I've switched the. So I grab this REM pod here. Let's move on. We didn't do this room, did we? We can probably come back a bit later on and go here. Old policeman there. He's a big lad, isn't he? Old police sat here. I've never tried, I don't know if I've ever tried this police hat before. Oh, it's in the proper police hat as well, Ben. It's not...
What is that?
Oh, the pie camera's going to go anyway. We'll catch you in the next part. He's going to the toilet in next cell. He's going for a...
I don't.
Yeah.
Right. Sure that's not what he said. Are these the men's cells?
Yeah.
Because I want to know what she's doing in a man's cell.
She'll wear a whore. She's a wench, love, she's got a wench's hat on.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
it.
want my phone.
Yeah.
The only problem we've got,
No, we used to put the one very similar one, we've got big little things in.
I put the equipment down and you both sat over
I
there.
know, I'll move, don't worry.
Do you want to shit on here?
No, I'll let you sit on there, yeah.
Eliza,
Is that a gas pipe or if that could have been a radiator pipe?
Might be.
You used to get good dinners when they were in prison here.
I wonder if it's like family room.
Yeah, it could be, couldn't it? Whole family came in here. Good evening. Do we have anybody here that would like to communicate with us? We put some devices down on the bench over there. Would you like to come and say hello to us? My name's Martin.
My name's Karen. And that's Diane.
Sorry, I'm just reading this here. I'm trying to work it out. It says,
Can you hold that one, please? Thank you.
an inquest was held by Mr. Coroner Iveson at the police station, Gainsborough, on Saturday morning as to the circumstances attaining the death of Eliza Redfern, aged 28 years, who was found hanging in the cell that morning.
Oh,
Right?
we got hanging.
Yeah, this is what we're clicking on. It appeared that the deceased, who was a licensed hawker, licensed hawker,
What's one of them?
somebody who sells things, came with her husband, an army reserve. Now, Jackie's had something to do with military.
Right.
So that's what got me attention. To the Gainsborough the previous day and took lodgings in Bridge Street. She had been...
Unwell during...
Is that somewhere?
Unwell during the day.
And they went to...
Public houses.
Yeah, to drink several times.
Yeah.
After going upstairs to bed, she came down with a can.
In her hand.
And said she would fetch a pint of ale. The landlady told her she did not allow beer to be brought into the house, but she went out, refused admission on account of her,
Disorderly conduct.
Police Constable Goodson took her to the lockup about 11:30 and 2 hours later she found hanging by the neck and quite dead. She had broken some...
2 panes of glass.
Oh, the boots. Glad you can read that, I can't see it.
Fastening the apron around the bar. Window.
No, it was just the fact that you've got...
What year was this?
1885.
What was the name?
Eliza Redfern, she was 28. So that's 28
Well, that's going to be women's cell.
There is a pan-up window though, I wonder if there's one on the other one.
That's going to be women's cells, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, I wonder if there's one on the other one. Where we've been.
I was thinking about because Jackie was going on about army and stuff upstairs, and I said, well, we don't do it army here.
Is that her death certificate?
Yeah. And it said that her husband was in the army.
Do we have any male prisoners here that would like to come and speak to us? Would you like to come forward? Would you like to tell us your story of why you're here? My battery's ringing my
Anybody sitting with us? Anybody sitting with us here?
Oh, there you go, continue.
No? I'll check out.
Beep,
You
beep,
can
beep,
get on the
beep, beep.
aeroplane.
But I've been on an aeroplane for about 10, 12 years.
Can you come forward? Show us a sign that you're here.
What was that?
Maybe touch these devices.
There's no electricity. It's, I don't know.
That's me what's doing that. I need to move it.
That's not switched on.
Can you sit next to Karen and say hello?
Yeah, we just moved it.
Can you come and sit next to Karen? We got a female in the cell here. We're gifting her to you.
Thanks.
Would you like to talk to Karen?
Want me to put me up on?
Hmm?
Well, because the one that I used in the other one.
Karen's looking for a man. She likes a man with adventure.
I wanted him.
Just don't tell her husband, is it next cell?
Yeah.
They've been brought in for drunken disorderly. Is there anyone here that wants to come and talk to them? Come and take the statements. They've been brawling outside the pub. Constable Brash has brought them in.
If you want to speak, this device will pick your voice up.
So Karen, you know why I brought you in here
Right.
for disturbance of the peace
Sorry.
and
Cuff me.
Drunken disorderly.
drinking disorderly and what did I say just before that?
Disturbance of the peace.
Disturbance of the peace.
I don't drink.
20. Oh, 20 people. We got on about 20 people that
20
passed
people.
away, died in the cells.
Is there 20 people here with us?
There's 20 documented cases, yeah.
Oh, got pain in the back.
We've repeated that a few times.
Is your back hurting when we pinned you down on the floor?
Ah, yeah, you taught me back.
Would you like to see your solicitor? You have the right to remain silent. Anything
No,
you
it just
say
come on.
will be used in a court of law and evidence against you. You do have the
I
right.
want a solicitor.
I'm finished
Who's
reading.
I played the fifth.
Yeah,
Who's your solicitor?
me. Right. I demand that my client is released immediately. She was not in. Yeah.
A drunken state.
It weren't up to do with that. So
I've got
I think
dementia.
You should just release her and I'll look after her.
We had to bring her in because she was stripping off.
I can't wait.
No, it was too, no.
In the town centre, she was.
It was, in my client's defence, it was too hot.
It's middle of winter, it's September.
It's been roasting all day. And I've got quite a few witnesses that will attest to the fact that it's been very, very warm.
I never heard it talk, did you?
Yeah, he said 20.
And Mary.
Mary. Was Mary probably one of the prisoners' wives?
So you can release my client and not charge me anything.
We're going to hold her here for the next 48 hours. Till she sobers up.
Not even drunk.
With my official lawyers.
We've done tests and says that she's over the limit.
When we were around in women's cell, it stunk. It's got this very horrible smell to it, and it's sort of like, yeah, it's a bit much.
It might sound daft, but you know, like role playing sometimes. So So if they think that he's arrested you, you might get a spirit come and...
Yeah, that's what I got, yeah, so
Yeah, because it's...
I'm trying to...
Does any spirits want to come to talk to me? I'm all on my own. I've been arrested. There's room here, come and sit next to me.
And I'll be your legal representation.
Thank you.
I'm trying to get you all out of here.
We are considering sending you to Lincoln Jail
Okay.
for disturbance of the peace.
I object.
You could get 12 months.
For disturbance of the peace?
Yeah.
12 months?
Yeah.
You're tight, you.
Yeah, you do it every weekend.
Can't do. Can't do community service.
You're here every weekend.
Sorry.
Enough's enough. We can't have this every blooming Friday and Saturday night.
What was that name? Did you say Mary?
That won't be
Mary.
Yeah.
Mary. Okay.
Did it, was Mary a person like this? Does she get into trouble every week? Was she drunk and disorderly?
She's not saying what I stomach.
No, she's very quiet.
Very quiet now.
I don't know what she's. What are you in here for, love?
She's not talking.
No.
Stealing our Primark.
Primark, you know this.
Yeah, that scarf comes from Primark.
Eliza Redfern. Are you here with us tonight?
I don't know why they put that in here, but because you would have thought they would have put it in the women's cells.
I thought the same thing.
Are you sure these aren't the women's?
No, these are men's.
These are the men's.
So why?
Were they overcrowded and I had to put her in here?
Mhm.
Or
Well,
something?
there is a star. Well, it's not on this side actually. It was on the other side because it's done with the wheelie table down here.
Eliza, are you here with us tonight? Can you come and sit with us? There's some details about you here. It says that your husband was an Army Reserve. Are you in a different cell? Are you allowed to walk round? Can you come through to here? Maybe, somebody suggested maybe they could have had a family.
That's what I said earlier, wasn't it?
You, yeah, had a family maybe. Maybe they were overcrowded and they had to put a lady here. But it did say that we're going to have to go in the others and have a look at your windows to see what sort of windows they are, because that's quite high up
Yeah.
for someone to...
Because it said it
It's-
were about, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Thinking about it though, Diane.
Yeah.
Well,
It's got two.
I'm wondering if these had bars on, you know, to pull them down.
Alright, okay. So,
You would have had probably like a table and chair in here.
Look up there, there, look.
I'm not sure.
She'd broken 2 panes of glass with a boot.
Well, they want in here.
And with her boot,
On the other side.
something fastened her apron. I'd fastened her apron around the bar at the window and so strangled herself. So she'd broken 2 panes of glass with a boot and fastened the apron around the bar of the window.
So she smashed the window and tied the apron round.
Oh yeah, around the bars.
Yeah.
So
So it wasn't from a bar, was it? It was actually from the framework of the glass.
Yeah, but they'll be steel anyway. That framework's steel. But thing is, how did she get up there?
that's what I'm wondering.
Well, it might be this one, look.
Yeah, but
I'm sure the other one in the other rooms are lower.
I'm gonna
I
have
think
to
this one's higher, I'm sure the women's is lower.
Right, we need to check then. We need to check into that.
so
I'll get this number. Who is it can get this?
we're not getting much, are we?
No, we didn't, and we sat in that woman's cell. It weren't until we come out when we went into the day room.
We've not been getting nothing at all since we've been here. It's been very quiet tonight.
Ian can't be in there by himself.
Yeah, he's in there by himself.
Ian?
Yeah. Come on, any yet?
Me?
No, not you. Lights are going out soon.
Lights out.
What was that?
Do it. Any requests before we go to sleep for the night?
See, look, this is only kitchen in here. It's only keep 2 things while sat in here.
And it has come up with something relevant, which is 20.
Yeah.
We know there's 20 documented cases, so that 20 is something.
I wonder if Mary's one of them.
What, Mary?
Yeah.
Was Mary one of the people that died here, as well as Eliza? What's that tapping? Oh, it's you.
We will need to check out the ladies' ones again and see if we can
I
do
can
it.
do what?
Should we do that now? Should we go
Yeah.
down here? We're not.
Yeah.
So, Ian, we're going down to ladies.
Right, come in.
Where's that wrong?
Yeah, we've just found some information out. Ian,
Yep.
we've just found some information out. on
Where are you,
the
Freeman?
So, we're just gonna... I don't know why we put...
So this is the outside exercise yard here. It's supposed to be a bit of a... no, not this one, it's the next one. With the information, I'm going to say that a little bit later on. That was a ladder for the prisoners to escape. Dear me, aren't I funny? So I think I'm going to head round to the women's side.
Just have 5 minutes. Yeah. Just need a bit earlier.
Eh?
Just need a bit earlier.
Here to what?
Just need a bit earlier.
Have you got one in your hand?
Yeah.
I've got 2.
That's where we got all them words.
Yeah. If we've got time, we should try a bit of automatic writing in here. Right. Well,
Coming down there.
Oh, look. Look.
You need camera in here,
right.
Found a TARDIS.
Yeah, no. I'm the doctor. Yeah, it's the that's the TARDIS. No, I'm not going to stand on that.
I'm just being...
It doesn't feel... I'm going to get through blinking door. Right. I'll be... I'm the doctor.
You still? There we go. Got you.
My name's Tom Baker. This is my dog K9.
Matt Smith was the best one.
Nah, Tom Baker were the best, what do you call it?
Darren said the windows are lower down. Right, well if you go in the male cell, that windows are higher up. She managed to kick 2 pens of glass and she
No, she didn't say kicked, she just said that she
kicked
broke them with a boot.
Broke them with a boot and then
So she must have took a boot off
Yeah,
and
they said that she kicked 2 pens out with
well, she
a
can't kick him out. She's not that tall enough to get up here.
just what it says on that flip plaque.
Well, that might not be there then.
But
It's,
it, obviously this is lower down, so and then she got her apron and hung herself on it.
I think what she did, she must have took her boot off, whacked him, then tied what do you call it up.
On the bars it says.
So I know what that was. That was that an air vent or something.
So
You had to open and close window.
yeah.
Or is it constantly up?
So that's Martin.
Is it really what's doing
that's
that?
it. Yeah. So her name was Eliza Redfern and she was 28, so if it comes up on anything. Have you read that? Have you read that already?
it said that it was bricked up though, that's not bricked up is it? So I don't think that's the right one.
There might be other one then. Okay.
That one was bricked up.
Now, Ian's read in the other cell outside in the men's, there were a man that hung himself.
A William tune.
So we will have to have a look at that one.
So
as well.
unless probably it must have been mixed sides. Whoever put Chuck women in
Yeah,
one.
in 1932 they separated them.
Did they?
Yeah, and these are lower down, so she could have got to that window. She could have, so it's either this window or it's in the cell
Yes.
next door.
That's not a cell next door, it's an inspector's office.
What was it? There's a cell that window.
Could it have been a cell at one time?
That's juvenile.
So where's
It's just.
is that another
Oh,
one?
this is a woman's police officer's office.
So there's only one cell?
Yeah, this side.
Okay. Well, what's this one?
So before that, anyway, they used to probably mix the.
What's this one?
It's just storage, I think. Probably with a toilet. Probably in them days, they didn't have a toilets in there. They probably had to ask to go to the toilet.
So, exercise yard in this one. This is exercise yard for some stocks in. So I reckon it was this one, I think.
Have you been in the second both cells?
No.
Come on, please. Is there anybody here that would like to communicate with us? Could you touch the device that's on the bench here? Probably where you may have slept. Can you come and say hello to us? Can you show us a sign that you're here? We mean you no harm, become his friends. Did you hang yourself? Did you take your life in these cells? Could you touch that green dot? What's on the bench, and to let us know? Did you take your life? 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 The roofs are made up of the same stuff.